Most fashion founders think they need more sales, but that's not actually the real problem. The real problem is this: your company still depends on you for almost everything. Every decision, every approval, every emergency, every operational issue, every content validation, every team question. And maybe from the outside, your brand already looks successful, but internally, you feel trapped inside the machine you built. And if you disappear for 1 week, everything slows down. That's not scale, that's dependency. And today, this is exactly what is killing so many founders mentally, creatively, emotionally, and financially. I speak every week with founders doing 1 million, 2 million, sometimes even more in revenue. And the pattern is always the same. The founder become the operating system of the company. Without them, nothing moves correctly. And slowly, the brand starts consuming the founder's life. You wake up already stressed, you have 500 tabs open in your brain, your team depends on you emotionally and operationally, and you cannot think strategically anymore because your entire nervous system is occupied by operations. And the worst part, you started this business for freedom, for creativity, for impact, for vision. But now you spend your days manually solving operational problems instead of building the future of your brand. And this is where burnout starts. Not because founders are weak, but because the company architecture is broken. And while this is happening, the entire market is changing. It's changing fast. We are entering a completely new era of business, and the old playbook is collapsing. The old model was hire more people, add more complexity, create bigger teams, more meetings, more chaos. But the next generation of successful companies will not necessarily be the companies with the biggest teams. They will be the companies with the smartest systems. According to McKinsey, generative AI could create up to $4 trillion annual in productivity gains globally. And more than 65% of companies are already implementing AI into their operations. This is no longer the future, it's already happening. So some fashion companies reduced collection development timelines from nearly 1 year to just a few weeks using AI systems. Marketing production costs are collapsing, teams are becoming leaner, decision-making is becoming faster. And the founders who understand this shift early, because for the first time in the history, small brands now have access to the kind of operational powers that previously only large corporations could afford. This is huge opportunity. So for those who don't know me yet, I'm Inga Grinko and I spent the last 15 years inside fashion, business and digital systems. I'm the founder of I'm Fashion, CEO of Barge, my own fashion brand. At I'm Fashion, we've worked with more than 600 brands over the 6 years. But what makes my approach different is that I understand both worlds. I studied computer science and technology while building creative businesses at the same time. So I deeply understand the emotional side of founders, the operational side of scaling, and the technological shifts that is happening right now. And honestly, I truly believe fashion brands cannot survive tomorrow using yesterday's systems. The founders who continue operating manually for everything will struggle more and more every year. Not because they are not talented, but because the market became faster than the human-only operations. Now, imagine something different. Imagine waking up without operational panic. Imagine your workflows organized, your reporting automated, your communication centralized, your content production accelerated, your customer service cleaner, your operations lighter, your team more autonomous. Imagine finally having time again, time to think, time to create, time to design your next collection, time to build partnerships, time to reconnect with your audience, with your mission, time to become visionary again. Because this bootcamp is not about becoming a robot. And it's not about replacing humans. It's about removing unnecessarily friction from your company so you can return to the highest value part of yourself, your vision, your creativity, your leadership, your cultural relevance. The goal is not to create founders who work less because they become lazy. The goal is to create founders with leverage, founders who can build bigger visions without destroying themselves operationally. And this is exactly why I created the free Founder AI Bootcamp. Over 12 weeks, we rebuild your operations together. This is not a theory, this is implementation. Together, we'll work on things like AI-assisted workflows, founder dashboards, marketing automation, content systems, team communication systems, AI agents, operational SOPs, CRM systems, reporting automation, Shopify integrations, founder decision systems, and most importantly, we rebuild the company in a way where the founder is no longer the bottleneck. By the end of these 12 weeks, you will not simply understand AI, you will operate differently. You will think differently, and your company will function differently. And honestly, one of the most valuable parts of this bootcamp will be the people inside it. Because we are extremely selective with who enters. This is not a passive course. This is not a mentorship. This is a room of ambitious founders building the future together. People who are curious, open-minded, builders, visionaries, founders who understand that the future belongs to lean, intelligent organizations, people willing to share ideas, systems, results, breakthroughs. Because collectively, we become stronger. And in today's economy, isolation is becoming one of the biggest risks for founders. And to be very transparent, this bootcamp is not for everyone. If you're looking for shortcuts, if you're looking for someone who does it for you, this is not for you. If you resist change, this is not for you. If you're emotionally attached to controlling everything tiny detail manually forever, this is not for you. But if you know deep inside that your company cannot continue depending entirely on your nervous system, then this may become one of the most important decisions for your future. So you can absolutely try to figure this out alone, and maybe eventually you will. But the real question is, how many more years do you want to spend trapped inside operations before building the company you actually dreamed about? We are intentionally keeping this bootcamp small because transformation like this requires proximity, implementation, and serious founders. And once the seats are filled, we close the doors. So if your application is accepted today, you may also qualify for a private founder discount before enrollment closes. So if you're ready to stop operating like the bottleneck of your business and start building like the CEO of the future, click below and apply now, because the future does not belong to the founders working the hardest. It belongs to the founders building the smartest systems. And this is your moment to become one of them. Free Founder AI Bootcamp, 12 weeks to build a leaner, smarter AI-powered company, limited seats, apply now.